Greetings and welcome to another episode of Trippy Food and another installment of Soup. There it is. No, I just made that up. This is another installment of Viewer's Choice. And today we're going to do something that was suggested by Miguel Rangel, who left it in our suggestion box in our community page on the YouTube channel. So, want us to try something? No matter how crazy the idea seems, put it in the suggestion box and maybe we'll get around to trying that. Anyways, Miguel had told us about this soup. And it's Campbell's Chunky Old Bay Seasoned Clam Chowder. So they say it's a bold twist on a hearty classic. It is kind of a twist because you typically wouldn't have put Old Bay in a clam chowder. Old Bay you would typically use as a seasoning for like crab boil. If you were going to make crawfish, you might add it to crawfish. So, you know, things that you're going to, like boils and stuff like that, you're going to add that, the Old Bay seasoning. Typically, you're not going to add that to clam chowder, but it sounds interesting, so we're just going to go ahead and try this. Now, I originally saw this at Walmart, but then it started popping up everywhere. So now, if you want to find this, you can go out to your local big grocery store. They should have this. So the ingredients are pretty simple. Pour in the saucepan, heat it up. So that's what we're going to do. Now, for clam chowder, you want to put some pepper, some oyster crackers, and some butter in there. It'll taste a lot better. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to taste it the way it is. Oh, you chowder heads. It's really thick. Oop, but it comes out. And it's kind of it's an Old Bay seasoning color. Because typically, clam chowder, New England clam chowder is going to be kind of whitish. Now, I have mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again as disclosure, I guess, is that I grew up in New England and I love clam chowder, but I don't like the really thick clam chowder. And clam chowder is usually thickened with thickener. So there's some people put flour in it, some people put like potato starch in it to thicken it up. And I actually don't like it thick. I like it with a thin broth. But, most people are used to eating it with a thick broth. And there's also multiple kinds of clam chowder. So you have your New England clam chowder that everybody's familiar with. You also have Manhattan clam chowder. Now, Manhattan clam chowder is made with tomatoes, and it's a thinner broth, but it's made with tomatoes, so it's red. And then there's a Rhode Island clam chowder, and the Rhode Island clam chowder is made with a clear broth. So it's actually clear. It's more like a soup than a chowder. But yeah, multiple kinds in the New England area. I'm counting Manhattan clam chowder as the New England area because it's right in the corner. It's right down there in the corner. Let me get this heated up. Be right back. All right. Well, this is mouth scalding hot now, so it is very thick. I suppose if you're like me and you don't like really thick chowder, maybe add a quarter a cup of skim milk in there, and I think that will thin the broth a little bit, because look at that, it's very thick. Now, what I find interesting is that for the most part the ingredients are typically what you would find in a clam chowder. There's clam stock, potatoes, clams, vegetable oil, Old Bay seasoning. Those are the main ingredients. There's also salt, paprika, including celery, water, yeast extract, dried onions, dried butter, buttermilk enzyme, modified butter, whey protein concentrate, whey, milk fat, non-fat milk, soy lecithin, contains wheat, milk, soy. All right, wheat. I don't remember reading wheat as an ingredient, but that's okay. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. The ingredients from canola, corn, soy, and sugar in this product come from genetically modified crops. Calories, 180 calories per serving. That's not too bad, especially for something this thick and rich. So let's go ahead and give it a taste. Big chunks of potato in there. I mean, look at that. Those big chunks of potato. All right, here we go. Hot. Oh, that's pretty good, especially for a can of soup. Now, like I said, I grew up in New England, where you could go to your local clam shack, get yourself a cup of New England clam chowder, fresh New England clam chowder that's just amazing. This isn't bad, like if you're gonna have this on the shelf and it's a cold day, you just feel like some soup. It's funny because it really has kind of like a strong clam smell to it that typically clam chowder doesn't. Hot. The potatoes are firm. And you can definitely taste the Old Bay seasoning. It has that just really, really nice degree of spice in there. It makes it zesty. This is pretty good. No, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. It's not. I'm not comparing it to a soup like you go into a restaurant and buy and get a clam chowder. It's not going to compare to that. You know, it's a can of soup. Well, which is why it's getting a thumbs up rather than somewhere farther down, because, like I said, it's not the best clam chowder, but it's just this really nice combination of clam chowder with the Old Bay seasoning and everything. It just works really, really well. Again, I like a thinner broth. I might put a 1/4 cup of skim milk in it while I'm making it, but it's actually pretty good. It's going to get a thumbs up. I can't be like really enthusiastic about it, but it's still going to get a thumbs up nonetheless. Now, again, originally I just saw this at Walmart. Now I see it everywhere. So your local large grocery should have this, but definitely give it a try. I want to thank Miguel Rangel for suggesting this, and I want to send this out to you. If there's something you guys would like to see us try, no matter how crazy it sounds, leave it in our suggestion box. So if you go to the community tab on our main YouTube page and you scroll down, you'll see a posting there that says suggestion box. And then just add to that suggestion box, let us know what you'd like us to try. And if we grab onto that and everything, there's a good chance that we'll try something like that. So leave something there. So again, get out and get this. Definitely get this a try. It's worth it. But when you get out there, remember that it's crazy, so please be careful. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for checking out Trippy Food. If you enjoyed watching that video half as much as I did making it, well then I enjoyed it twice as much as you did. And if that's the case, you'll probably like this video right here. And if not, check out this video right here. That one's a little bit different. Either way, leave a comment down below. And be sure to subscribe by clicking on the Trippy Food icon right here. Glad you could make it, and we hope to see you again soon.